Oh, wow. Wow.
And when Chris Rock gets slapped, his younger brother Tony will have something to say about it.
It's the family business. The Johnsons have Q-tips, the Firestones have tires, the Rocks have jokes.
And now, after the slap heard around the world, a source is confirming to ET, Chris and Will have yet to reconcile.
That was a greatest night in the history of television.
First, let's get you up to speed. On Oscars night, Will Smith unexpectedly stormed the stage and smacked Chris.
Oh, wow.
Why? Well, Chris made a joke about Will's wife, Jada Pinkett Smith.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Following the altercation, the King Richard star won the Oscar but didn't mention Chris in his speech.
I want to apologize to the Academy. I want to apologize to all my fellow nominees. This is a beautiful moment. I'm not crying for winning an award. It's not about winning an award for me. It's about being able to shine light on all of the people.
The day after, Will had a change of heart and shared an apology to the comedian directly on Instagram, writing, "I was out of line and I was wrong. I'm embarrassed and my actions were not indicative of the man I want to be. But the bond between Chris and his brother Tony, you could say it's rock solid. And Tony, he says, it's not enough." It all went down on Twitter. A fan asked Tony, who's also a comedian, if he approves of Will's apology. Tony's response, no. Then Tony addressed when Diddy said this.
Okay, Will and Chris, we're gonna solve that like family at the gold party, okay? But right now we're moving on with love. Everybody make some noise.
So when a Twitter fan asked Tony if Diddy was lying when he said that, Tony replied a simple, yup.
Chris is he's just Chris to us. It's like, you know, when he comes home, he's not a celebrity. He's just a skinny guy that we used to beat up all the time.
Now, the grown-up star himself has yet to publicly speak out about the slap, but E.T. has learned more about what happened after the big show. A source tells E.T. that Chris hit up an after-party, explaining he didn't want to let the incident with Will ruin his night out with friends. Chris was still in shock by the whole incident and didn't want it to become a whole thing at the party, so he didn't talk too much about it. And it seems like the actor is moving forward just fine days later. He arrived in Boston on Tuesday for a stop on his comedy tour, and a source tells ET Chris was working out Wednesday morning at a gym by his hotel. Turns out, ticket sales surged since the incident and are now sold out. But the source also adds that extra security has been added for his show in Beantown.
You make sure as much as you can make sure.
And one thing's for sure, Chris's community has his back. Our source says many big names in Hollywood have reached out to him and are checking in.